Welcome everyone, it's 2022. Can you believe it? It's 2022, the first weekly purchases of the year. Of course, I am Kyle, and this is Weekly Purchases, the time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. And then at the beginning of the show, we always talk about the news of the week in action figures, and it being the end of the year, a little bit slower, but still some news to get into, and of course a ton of weekly purchases at the back half is some of the things I got for Christmas, so we'll talk about those. Also this week, we got another giveaway. Yes, it's time to do another giveaway, and we'll get into that here in weekly purchases fairly soon. But first, we always recap the week that was on the channel. A lot going on the channel this week. First thing, too, I want to mention, Pro Wrestling Tees, January 1st, starting today through January 6th. They got a big sale going on, so now is the time. If you're getting my shirt, which is, of course, appreciated, get the old Turtle Anxiety, the old 33, the See You Later. Tons of t-shirts to choose from on the channel. Maybe a Rio shirt. Got to remember the peg warmer of 2021 Rio. Go to Pro Wrestling Tees, search Kyle Peterson. Big discount this week at Pro Wrestling Tees. But even if you're not buying mine and you're going to get a shirt, always got to get a deal out there. I'm always going to tell you, got to get a deal. So even if you're going to buy that old Terry Funk or Road Warrior shirt, make sure you put in the code, get a deal. Got to get a deal. Wanted to plug that at the beginning. And then a busy week on the channel. One of the busiest weeks of all time, hammering out multiple videos. Some days this week we put 4 videos out. Got to strike while the iron's hot. Got to get some of these off the plate. Got to get them reviewed, get them out. I actually got one day off during the holidays. That was Christmas. It was a beautiful day. Got some videos done that night even. I'm the hardest working man in YouTube land. But this week we did a special video on the Mattel reveals. So hopefully you check that one out. That'll save us from having to dive real deep in this video. But I did a separate video on all the Mattel reveals that were announced this week on WWE.com. We did AEW Unmatched Series 2, the complete set with rankings. So if you want to see how I ranked the set, check that out. Possibly, arguably, the best Unmatched series for sure, but also Unmatched, Unrivaled AEW as a whole series, in my opinion. So very fun doing that. We unboxed the Ringside Collectible exclusive AEW Britt Baker figure. We unboxed all the WrestleMania 2022 Mattel Elite figures. The whole set, built Vince McMahon, of course, ranked the set as well, so check those videos out. Friday, of course, we had our weekly figure hunt. It was an interesting fig hunt this week as the kids were with me on the whole hunt week. My wife went with her sisters down to visit her mom in Arkansas for a couple of days. We were going to go, but then the kids got a little sick, and then they didn't want to travel. And my kids don't like 6-hour car rides, so they said, we want to stay home. So I stayed home, of course, and we did figure hunting as a family team. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending who you ask, a lot of Squishmallows were picked up. We should have those as part of the weekly purchase, because I spent an ungodly amount in Squishmallows this week, and just because Kyle doesn't find anything anywhere, doesn't mean the kids don't find Squishmallows, and I can never resist. I'm an old softie, as you guys know. So I picked up a heck of a lot of Squishmallows on the figure hunt, so check that one out, a little different week on the figure hunt. Then what else did we unbox this week? Scareglow and Andra from Revelation Series 3. Very cool figures, as you guys are fully aware. We unboxed Savage He-Man with Orko. So we got 2 Revelations unboxings on the channel this week. Greedo from the Power of the Force. Throwback carding. I love that figure. Greedo, check that one out. And then G.I. Joe Classified. You guys know Kyle's a Classified series guy. The Cobra Bat and the Alley Viper both found on the store pegs this week. Had to unbox those on the channel right away. So check those videos out. You don't want to miss those. We also did the top 10 AEW figures of 2021. We put my list together. Go check that one out. Put your list in the comments down below. But what a year for AEW. Got to assume 2022 is going to blow 2021 away. That's what my gut tells me. We also did the top 10 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures of 2021. And we've got some more top 10 videos to come this week on the channel. As we round out the year that was 2021, we're going to have the top 10 He-Man between Origins and Revelations figures. We'll have that on the video this week. We'll have the MCU top 10 Marvel MCU figures. I'm toying about doing a top 5 worst wrestling figures of 2021. I'm not a big negative guy. I don't want to beat on some of these companies, but there was some bad figures. 1 million good figures, and there was at least 5 bad ones. So I might do a top 5 worst wrestling figures of 2021 list. You guys in the comments, let me know if you want me to do that video. I might do that sometime this week, so we'll see. But the big thing this week, you know what we did? You set a goal, you follow it through, you see it through, you never give up. That's my advice in life. Whatever you want to do out there, see it through, don't give up, be true to yourself. just follow through. And that's what old Kyle did. Is exactly 1 year ago today, we launched January 1st, 2021. I unboxed 7. I had 7 separate Star Wars videos for New Year's Day 2021. And that kicked off a year of Star Wars unboxings on the channel. And I said I would do a daily Star Wars unboxing every single day in 2021. And you know what? Old Kyle did it. He never missed a day. I never missed a day of videos. Most days this year, I had 3 videos a day. I'm tooting my own horn. I got to celebrate because I saw it through. I got all these Star Wars videos done. We did 375 Star Wars videos in 2021. Guinness Book of World Records, of course. The Guinness people are looking through the numbers, going through the channel, checking it all out. Hopefully more on that very, very soon. We'll see what happens. But it was a lot of fun. There was some hottest of hot garbage. There was some great times. I know some of you guys, I know they're not most popular videos on the channel, but some of you guys love the Star Wars stuff because they're really tongue-in-cheek, and a lot of them went way different directions from Star Wars. So the nice thing is they're all in a playlist together. You can go back and look and say, okay, I'm going to pick this one up, that one up. So there's a ton of videos that you might have missed out on back in the day that you can now check out. But I will tell you, in 2022, what I'm looking at doing is a weekly Star Wars throwback video. Similar to how we do our Jack's Classic Superstars videos, stuff like that. We'll do a weekly Star Wars throwback review video. I'm not sure what day. Man, I'm thinking maybe just every Friday we'll do that. I don't know. More to come on that, but you'll see at least one Star Wars video every single week in 2022. And for all you guys that watched and enjoyed, appreciate you guys. It was a lot of fun. A lot of crazy stuff went on in those videos, as you guys are fully aware. So a lot of good fun as a whole. So I wanted to commemorate that milestone that was 2021. That was a big goal last year, and I saw it all the way through. Hopefully, you know, it influences one of you guys to do something similar like that. Set a goal, stick through it. New Year's, it's all about goals, of course. You know, set your goals, be it fitness goals, work goals, life goals, family goals, whatever it is. Set your goals, stick to it, remind yourself, and keep going after it. So there it is. There's my TED Talk for the day. All right, let's get down to some news, though. That's what we're here for. Let's get down to some wrestling news. As there was wrestling news this week, as you guys know, I talked about it just a little bit ago. Mattel did some reveals. Go check that video out. But some interesting reveals. We saw a lot of it, Series 93, I believe it was. Very interesting that it was a 5-man set is what they showed. But we're starting to see with WWE.com and the Mattel reveals, what they are doing is if a character or a wrestler has been released from the company, they do not promote it. They don't talk about it. And that's where old Karrion Kross fell. So Karrion Kross supposed to be the other guy in that set. My gut's telling me that's still going to come. That's what they're doing with The Fiend and some of these other ones. They're not promoting them, but they end up coming out. We got Adam Cole coming here shortly. So we got a history of this. So I assume that's going to stick. So that's why that is. But Karrion Kross will be that final slot in Elite 93, it sounds like. So very interesting there. And then we saw from Wrestling Collector's Shop, store out there, they announced The Fiend as another Ultimate Edition with Alexa Bliss, shipping hopefully in March, it sounds like. Interesting to get an Ultimate Edition Fiend. Will this be the burnt Fiend? It seems weird when you're going to get an Elite and an Ultimate Edition about the same time. That seems a little bit of a crossover. Maybe it'll be a different version of Fiend, but it sounds like that's the missing hole in that Ultimate set that we were wondering who it would be. You can pre-order those guys right now there at Wrestling Collector's Shop. So check that one out. Some other wrestling news this week. We all know about the WWE Superstars line that's taking place of the Masters of the WWE Universe figures. Speaking of Masters of the WWE Universe, we unboxed that one tomorrow on the channel, Series 8, which would be technically the final series, so stay tuned for that. But Series 7 just shipped from Big Bad Toy Store, so I should have that in next week's weekly purchases, and that'll be it on the Masters of WWE Universe. But the WWE Superstars line is taking place of that, and those should be shipping here in the next couple of weeks, so I'm very anxious to see where those go. A few people have even found those and got those already, so I'm very, very interested in this line. Still on the fence if I need a mint-on-card set or not, but one thing that swayed me a little bit is we did see the mint-on-card ones, all the packaging sticks together to make one big mural. I love that in the Black Series. I'm going to love it in this. Almost makes me want to have a mint-on-card set. We'll see what ends up happening with that. But if you're into the Legends, you're into those Superstars, be checking your Walmarts. And a lot of people are saying right now their Walmarts are just look like they've been blown up by a bomb or something because the holidays are over. But as we know, this time of year, in the next couple of weeks, we should see a big reset with a lot of new products, a lot of new modulars. all that kind of stuff. So you figure hunters, your time to shine here in the next couple of weeks. If you're lucky, the next 2 weeks or so should be some deep clearance. So if there is leftovers, you might get some deep clearance deals. Got to get a deal. Fantastic Four, I've seen them at $11. Eternals at $11. There's some deals to be had out there for some of you long gamers, so be on the lookout for that. But a lot of new stuff coming very, very soon. So I'm happy about new figures, as always. You guys know that's my New Year's resolution, is to buy more figures in 2022, or maybe less. I don't know. Maybe the same. We'll see where it shakes out. I gotta put the pen to the paper before the end of the day. That's where we'll go. All right, Chella Toys coming with a hot announcement. An announcement you guys know old Kyle loves. We've got the Ultimo Dragon, a favorite of Kyle, of course. You guys know Ultimo Dragon and I are extremely close. Best of friends, some might say. But we're also getting his manager, Sonny Ono, another friend. Guy lives right up the road from me. I might go over to his house and say, hey, Sonny, can you autograph this for me? But he doesn't live too far from where I live. Sonny Ono and Ultimo Dragon coming to the Bone Crushers line from Chella. So we got Blue Meanie coming. We got Atom Bomb. Now we got these two. Very interesting to see where this line shakes out. Pre-orders coming here in the next month or so, I think they said. It'll be interesting. I know a lot of people don't like those Bone Crunchers. I think you got to be in a certain age bracket to really appreciate them the most. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see once we get actual non-renders and actual figures and see what they actually look like. That'll tell a lot of people if they're picking up or passing. To me, I feel like I have to pick these up, especially getting Ultimo Dragon. Blue Meanie, I hope Stevie Richards is coming. We get Nova. Oh, the ECW stuff could be amazing for this. So we'll see where that goes, but they did announce it. Whoa, stop the clock, a wise man once said. And we got a little late breaking news here right as I finished up weekly purchases. I thought I'd shoehorn these in right in the middle. But we did see WWE Mattel Basics Series 129 announced today. As we've got The Miz, we've got Carmella, we've got Dominic, we've got Roman Reigns, and we got Noam Dar. Noam Dar, a sleeper. Definitely going to have to buy that one. First time in the line, first figure ever from Noam Dar. And then, of course, The Miz, they showed him in a suit, so I would love it if it's a suited Miz. I think that one is long overdue, and for us, people that like to build some customs and move some heads around, that might be a perfect body to start for some customs. So, interesting, 129, the basics. I hope they continue the streak like we saw with the reveals last week. If we'll start seeing a little bit more stuff to get some elite collectors, ultimate collectors to buy some more basics, I would love to see that in the future, so we'll see. But that's 129 coming out hot in 2022. And then Chella Toys, they said, we can't let New Year's Eve go on without one more final announcement. And it's back to the Bone Crushers line. They announced another one. Who is it? It's Gilberg. Yes, Gilberg. Very interesting. Deep cut. First time ever for a figure for old Dwayne Gill. I'm here for it. Once again, like we said earlier, we'll see what the execution looks like. We'll see what the figure actually looks like. They got him with the crazy face going on. That makes sense. But we'll see how good this figure is. But I'm here for it. And I hope they could make him in their elite type figures that they're going to be releasing in 2022. We know we got Dynamite. We got Atom Bomb. Hopefully we get Gilberg in that and Ultimo Dragon and some of the other guys. I think it's really cool. So Bone Crusher, not Cruncher, Crusher, Gilberg coming our way in 2022, another announcement. So there it is, some quick updates. Another company out there that gives us some reveals every once in a while, but it takes about a year or more to get on the shelf. Well, we're talking about FTC, and we're talking about Dr. Tom Pritchard. A bit of a deep cut for the hardcore wrestling fans. We all know Dr. Tom, of course. Brother of Bruce Pritchard, old brother love. Very interesting one. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I love the ideas of the FTCs. It's just the execution, as you guys know. Outside of a few figures, it just doesn't work for me most of the time. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. But for you FTC fans, you Dr. Tom fans, you got a Dr. Tom figure coming in 2022, maybe 2023. We'll see where that shakes out. And then that's it for wrestling. That's everything I got on my notes. I'm looking it over one last time. That's the wrestling news. Now some miscellaneous figure news. Like I said, usually slow this time of year. It's going to be slow through usually Chinese New Year, which I think is right through the first week of February. There's a big gap of production in China, so what's out is out, and then you see a lot more stuff once we hit about Toy Fair season in February, so stay tuned for some of that fun. But Super 7 this week on their Instagram, at least that's where I saw it, they showed nice production pictures and actually a model of the Super 7 Thunder Tank. Kind of walked us through it and everything. I knew this thing was big, but watching this video, this thing is bigger than anticipated. I mean, it's just massive. I'm trying to think, where am I going to exactly put this in my collection? It's not going to fit on any shelves. It's way too big to fit on a shelf. So we'll see where that one shakes out, but I wanted to mention that as I love the Thundercats. I'm excited for more Super 7 Thundercats. Sounds like we should have some very, very soon. It sounds like they're on the boat on their way over. We just pre-ordered a set in November. I'm guessing once these new sets come, another pre-order will probably come up. So it's looking like the year of Thundercats in 2022, possibly. We'll see. But the Thunder Tank, man, I don't know where I'm going to put that. I'll have to figure something out. We also saw from McFarlane. You guys know I'm hot and cold on McFarlane. Some stuff I like, some stuff I really, really hate. But one that really caught my eye this week is a big figure. It's old Clayface. If you guys are familiar with a lot of Batman's Rogue Gallery, Clayface was always a cool one. This looks like a big figure, but it also looks like something that maybe crawled out of the sewer or the toilet or something. I don't know. It looks like quite the monster. We'll see. I want to see this one in hand, and I'll see where it goes from there with that one. Very, very interesting, but I know a lot of people love to collect Batman villains. Well, first time in the line for DC McFarlane, we're getting a Clayface. I don't think it's a Build-A-Figure. I think it's just a straight-up release, so that is always cool as well. So very cool to see that kind of stuff. Some sad news to report this week. It sounds like the inevitable finally happened. We've been talking about inflation. We've been talking about price increases in a lot of videos in 2021. Well, it finally hit IKEA. Ooh, it finally hit as we saw the D-Tolfs go up $20 to $79.99. Ooh, $59.99 was a good price. $79.99, that hurts. That hurts bad. D-Tolfs, but you know, it's supply and demand. If you guys ever go to an IKEA, and I got to drive 4 hours each way to my local IKEA, so anybody can do it if I can. But you see they're out of stock all the time. So supply, demand, inflation, a recipe for a big price increase. I think 10 would have been normal, but since they're so hard to find, 20 is probably what happened. Luckily for me, I don't know if I'm going to need any more D-Tolfs. Technically, I bet I could make it 3 more years easily without another D-Tolf. We'll see where it goes from there. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen in that time frame, but I'm locked up. I got 3 empty D-Tolfs, plus if I tighten up some shelves and stuff, I might have about room for 1. So technically, I probably have 4 empty D-Tolfs I could use. We'll see where that goes, but for some of you guys have been wanting them, you've been waiting, you've been trying to hunt them and find them, now you got to pay an extra 20 for them. It's just the way of the world these days is what it seems like. So there you go. Then we got some G.I. Joe news, and I've been talking about this since day one. G.I. Joe Classified Series, absolutely love the Classified Series, but I've been saying it's going to be Target, it's going to be Walmart. We're going to get the G.I. Joe Classified Series on the retro card back. It'll look old school, but with the 6-inch figures. Like we see with Marvel Legends we've seen in the past, the Spider-Man animated series, Star Wars, of course, and the Power of the Force, like that Greedo we talked about earlier. We're finally going to get G.I. Joe, it sounds like. His Tank, a very reputable He-Man. G.I. Joe news site, histank.com. Go check it out if you're looking for that. They've said that it sounds like there's feelers out there, and it sounds like the first 2 are going to be Baroness and Lady J. Going in hot with Ladies Night. Interesting. We'll see how that pays off for them. But I'm here for that. I don't know what I'm going to do because those retro card backs are going to make me so itchy. I don't know. It's going to look amazing. I don't have the wall space really for those, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I wonder if it'll be the same figures we got with maybe some paint tweaks, or they'll be totally new figures. A lot of questions to be answered. We're not even sure if they 100% exist yet, but it's inevitable. It's inevitable. I see it a mile away. That vintage card back, I knew I loved it, but I didn't know how much more I loved it when I saw this week on my figure hunt Super 7's reaction G.I. Joe line on the old school kind of carding. I saw those in person, all of them, and man, it took everything inside my soul not to jump in and buy that whole set right then and there. Just fabulous looking figures and look different than your normal reaction. They look like they got a little bit more love to them than a typical reaction figure. So boy, G.I. Joe Mania 2022, watch out between the Super 7 Ultimate, Super 7 Reaction, Walmart Retro line. I think it's dead, but hasn't been officially announced. Then you got the Classified Series, and then you got the Mattel Creations, or Hasbro Sky Striker, the O-Ring figures online, the Fortnite Snake Eyes. I mean, there's just so much G.I. Joe next year. You can't collect it all unless that's all you're collecting. But I'm going to have to pick and choose my G.I. Joe, even though it's one of my great loves. One of the great loves of my life, G.I. Joe, of course. So very, very interesting. And speaking of G.I. Joe this week, Action Force, you've been following Valaverse, Action Force. I'm still sad they didn't release those Stomp figures of Matt and Brian. I think that would have been really cool. But Action Force, I'm still waiting for mine. I pre-ordered them from Big Bad Toy Store, so I think they went to the Kickstarter people first. Those are the people that paid right away. You guys know I always go to Big Bad Toy Store because I don't pay till it ships. So I don't want somebody sitting on my money for 1.5 to 2 years. So that's why I went Big Bad Toy Store. I might have to wait a month longer, but I'll get them and I'll get charged when they ship. But I got my Action Force figures coming. I really do love the looks of these figures, but the problem I have with them is, and we'll see once we get them in hand to review them, a cool figure is a cool figure, but I need a little bit more than that most of the time. I need, 99% of the time, I need some kind of an emotional attachment to the character to like the figure. You can see some say, yeah, it's a cool figure, but if you don't have the emotional connection to it, I don't know. It's just, that's always been me. You might be different. Tell me in the comments down below. But that's what Action Force is missing for me. But that being said, there is Steel Brigade in there. If you old-time G.I. Joe fans know Steel Brigade, they got that IP from Hasbro somehow. I think it went up, and Hasbro didn't relicense it, so they ended up sneaking it away. So they have that. And then, of course, Sergeant Slaughter is in that line. You guys know I'm all in on that Sergeant Slaughter. So I'm going to love those. But some of the other figures look pretty cool. So we'll see. More to come in the next few weeks, hopefully, on Action Force. But long story short, Action Force Series 2A and Series 2B are up for pre-order on the Valaverse website right now. We got another Sergeant Slaughter. Got to get the most out of your molds, as you guys know, but then somebody like Sergeant Slaughter, you got to pay money to use his likeness. You really got to get the most out of your molds to pay for that, and that's what they're doing. We're getting another Sergeant Slaughter. You know, old Kyle, he's going to get another Sergeant Slaughter. You can't pass up G.I. Joe style Sergeant Slaughter figures. You just can't do that. So I'll be picking that one up. Probably the whole set, but man, the army builders, the accessory packs, it is quite the environment in the old Valaverse line. And how many lines can you afford? I guess we'll see. We'll find out and we'll figure it out. But I'm excited for it as being a big G.I. Joe guy. Can't wait to dive into these figures, hopefully in the next month or so. Ninja Turtle talk this week. You guys know all about turtle anxiety. It's getting better. Nate Waters Jr., he knows all about turtle anxiety, a big turtle fan. He's having a little anxiety from time to time, just like me. Just like me in the turtle game. But I think as a whole, turtles got a little bit better. If you guys watch my top 10 year-end countdown list, my list, of course, put yours in the comments below. But turtles are on fire, and we did see with the Foosh, of course, Foosh on YouTube, check it out. They did a Foosh cast with the Ninja Turtle team from NECA and talking cartoon and movie figures, and there was some little news nuggets in there. The big one was we got more pictures of the neutrinos. They are officially going to be a 3-pack. Very cool to get 3 figures in that pack, and that makes sense for their sizes and stuff. So those are coming. I think they said early 2022, but early to them was like March, April, it seemed like, and a lot of that is the Chinese New Year going on. We still got Anthrax, and Scumbug. Those should be coming here in the next couple of weeks. So that'll have to be our turtle hangover until then, but I'm okay with a little bit of a turtle break or an action figure break every once in a while because there's tons of lines filling those gaps, as you guys know. But they also talked about the movie Super Shredder. An amazing figure. We've had 3 of them so far, but then they brought up, hey, we still got 2 ideas, 2 more Shredder releases. We got 2 more ways we can do that one. And I'm just like, holy cow, talking about getting the most out of your molds and running them straight into the ground is a lot of Walmarts still have the last 2 varieties still on the pegs. So we'll see, but we might end up with 5 different versions of that Super Shredder. I don't know how that's going to net out, but that seems to be the way they're going. I'm sure they're going to spread them out, but once again, we talked about it earlier, got to get the most out of your molds, and that's exactly what they're doing. So very, very interesting. Turtle anxiety wavered down a little bit, but you never know when it might rise again. It could rise like the Skywalker. Who knows? But that's it for that. I think that's all the news. It is the end of the year. Now today, of course, kicking off the new year. It might be a little slow this week too, but should get back into the heavy news in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see about the purchases. You know, there are ups and downs and ebbs and flows as always. Album of the week. We're going to kick off Album of the Week hot, and it is New Year's Day. New Year's Day if you're watching this on release day. And of course, every year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, the album of the year, or the album of the day, or time frame, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's always been, since I was about 15 years old, it's been George Harrison. Yes, George Harrison, the Dark Horse album, with the greatest New Year's Eve song of all time called Ding Dong, Ding Dong. Nothing like ringing in midnight with a little ding dong, ding dong from George Harrison. The greatest Beatle of all time. I absolutely love George Harrison. His solo career is amazing. If you've never checked out George Harrison's solo career, man, you are missing out. A lot of people checked out All Things Must Pass. There's so many good ones. Gone Troppo, Somewhere in England, Dark Horse, of course, 33 1/3, Live. I mean, so many good albums from George Harrison over the years. I'm a huge George Harrison fan right here, and definitely ring in the new year with a little ding dong from the Dark Horse album from George Harrison. So there it is. Let's get to the weekly purchases, and also let's talk a little giveaway. All right, new year, new you, new figures, new giveaway. Let's do a giveaway to kick off 2022 and also celebrate almost 12,000 subscribers. We should be at 12,000 subscribers in the next few days or so. So let's celebrate by giving away Unrivaled Series 3, the Young Bucks. I'm going to pay for shipping. I'm going to pay for everything. You just got to follow the rules, and I'm going to lay it out for you right now. First, you got to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Should be really easily done. You should be subscribed already. But if not, make sure you subscribe. Take a screenshot that shows that you're subscribed. Then go to Twitter, at SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter. Find my weekly purchases post about this video. In the comments, post that screen grab that you're subscribed to my channel, and drop your Twitter handle, your Instagram handle in the comments there, and then I can verify that you follow me and all that kind of fun stuff. So then you guys know the _Kyle_Peterson Instagram, of course. So screenshot YouTube that you are subscribed to my channel, post it in this weekly purchases post on Twitter, put your Instagram and Twitter handles in the comments down there with the picture. And then bonus, we're just going to throw this off the top of my head. If you do buy a t-shirt from me this week, yes, if you buy a t-shirt during the Pro Wrestling Tees sale, I'll give you 5 bonus entries. What the heck? 5 bonus entries for somebody that buys a t-shirt. You'll get 5 entries. And of course, Pro Wrestling Tees will tell me that you bought a t-shirt. So make sure you're picking up a t-shirt to enter. So screen grab that you subscribe to the YouTube. Be subscribed to the YouTube, of course. Find my weekly purchases post on Twitter. Put your Instagram and Twitter handles in there, and then if you do buy a t-shirt, you get 5 extra bonus points. So hopefully one of you guys will win, and I will announce that next week in weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases, and technically this week's purchases have my Christmas haul involved. Of course, Christmas was last Saturday. I filmed weekly purchases Friday nights the night before. So you get to see some of the stuff I got from Christmas from my dad, my parents, of course, coming with some presents. As you guys can imagine, I don't get a whole lot of presents for Christmas anymore. It's just, I get presents the rest of the year. And I guess Christmas, amateur hour. Amateur hour is what that is. It's more for the kids out there, of course, but I'm a big kid. I still like presents. Santa, hook me up, Santa. But I got a few things. So let's kick it off with some stuff my dad got me for Christmas, and you guys all know my dad, and my dad came on the channel Christmas Eve. We did a special video. If you missed that, go check out that video. It's the story of the 1987 Christmas, a Christmas I'll never forget. There you go, check it out. But my dad picked me up one of these. I said, Dad, I need another He-Man from the Revelations line. As I said long ago, I'm going to use that extra Faker head on here. You know, fleshing out my Masters Universe Revelation. We're going to put Faker's head on here. Make it a different figure. There it is. Got to get a deal. This was on clearance on Amazon, I believe it was. So there's that. Then I got some books, because you know Kyle, avid reader. It's funny, I used to read about a book a week. A lot of heavy metal biographies, heavy metal books, stuff like that, wrestling mixed in. But ever since I started the YouTube, a lot of my reading time has taken over YouTube time. So it's crazy how that works. So I got some reading to do, but I got another He-Man book. Oh my gosh, the mini comic collections. This is a thick book. As I'm completing this Dark Horse series of He-Man books. All are absolutely fabulous, done with a lot of love, you can tell, but I got this one for Christmas from my parents, and then we got this one as well. This is the art of He-Man in the Masters Universe, so I got that one as well. I absolutely love this picture back here. Very cool. Possibly my favorite He-Man artwork of all time is that picture. Just awesome. Just really cool. So I got another one of those books for Christmas for my parents as well. And then I got another one, a sleeper one. You guys know I love a good guidebook. A Star Wars action figure guidebook. It's like basically just shows every single Star Wars figure and talks about it. So that is pretty cool. As you guys know, we just recently completed our Star Wars unboxings in 2021. So now, if I need help identifying something, is you forget. Once you get them out of the package, you start forgetting names, you start forgetting things. This book is going to come in very handy for me in the future. Let's say I want to sell my collection one day. I can reference this. Okay, that's what set he's from, everything. And then I can put him up for sale. So I did get that little Star Wars action figure book. Action. Makes sense. So that was my Christmas haul. That is what I got for Christmas. It was a great Christmas. Hopefully your Christmas was as good as mine. So there it is. Now let's get into some other stuff. We saw this one on the figure hunt. Found this the day after Christmas at Walmart. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. I guess I'm a Rhea Ripley completist. I have all of her figures right now, and I don't mind this Charlotte. We'll unbox it on the channel. I have not unboxed these new Championship Showdown packs with the new like stands going on. So we'll see what all the fuss is about on that one, so stay tuned. Another one we found on the figure hunt this week. I went to Walgreens on the Great Squishmallow hunt, but I saw the clearance bin, and old Scrooge McDuck was in the clearance bin for $7, and then I had a $3 Walgreens coupon, so I got him for like $4. I said, you know what, Scrooge McDuck, he's got a place in my collection. You guys know I love a good duck. Ace Duck, Launchpad, Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Almost makes me want to get the whole set. We'll see, but I got Scrooge McDuck. I thought, wouldn't he fit in pretty good with my Ninja Turtle setup, my cartoon Ninja Turtles? For $4, I figured it was worth the investment, and that's what I did. Picked up old Scrooge McDuck this week, so there's him. Of course, you saw me unbox him on the channel. Here's an empty box, an Alley Viper, and then another bat. I ended up getting 3 bats at the stores this week. From a special thank you to that old outlaw Waylon Jennings, hot on the G.I. Joe hunt. He found me some of these, and I also found a bat on my own at my Target down the road. We got Alley Viper, see you later. And then, of course, Cobra Bat. This is going to be my mint Cobra Bat. I still need a mint Alley Viper, then a couple more of both, probably for some army building. So stay tuned to that on future weekly purchases. Also picked up, you guys know my favorite Universal monster of all time. Hopefully you guys know. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Couldn't pass up the Creature Bendum. I'm not sure about the face on this one. Looks a little bit rough, if you ask me. But we'll see. I'm here for it. I'm not a big Bendums guy. I actually don't like Bendums at all, but here I am getting the Creature Bendum, so we'll see what all the fuss is about. Is there fuss? I don't think there's fuss, but we'll go with it. I also completed from last week. You saw me get the 2 Joker, the DC McFarlane from the 3 Jokers. I got the GameStop one this week, so I got all 3 Jokers. We'll probably unbox them all on the channel in one video. Just do a 3 Joker unboxing. Joker, not the biggest wheelhouse for me, but I got some appreciation for him, so we'll see where this goes. We'll see. This could very well come to a It's So Hard to Say Goodbye Part 14 later in 2022. We'll see how that shakes out. We got the Joker. How about Chella Toys? Chella Toys coming in hot, and I got some decisions to make very soon. We've talked a lot of Chella on this episode. Might as well talk with a figure in hand. Dynamite Kid. How about that? How about the Dynamite? So I got Hayabusa, I got Nick Aldis, I got Bull Nakano, and then I got some of the other ones pre-ordered, of course, but I haven't opened any of them yet. Do I dare open up this Dynamite Kid? I'm leaning towards opening them. I don't have room really for a mint on card collection of retro style figures. I got the Mattel ones, which we're going to be adding to, so I need the room for those. Heels and Faces coming out, all these Cellas. I think it's going to have to be a loose collection. So I may unbox this on the channel. I may pull the trigger and get that done. We'll see, but this looks pretty good from where I sit, and as you guys all know, that's right here at this table. That's where I sit. So I got that. I got to give a special shout out, good brother shout out to Frank Ayers. He reached out to me and said, I can't believe you can't find these in your areas as my stores are absolutely swimming with them. And he sent me one. So I really appreciate that. For whatever reason, my stores have not seen this figure. I'm sure a lot of you guys would like to send one my way. Send them to my stores to get them out of yours. What am I talking about? The Hollywood collection. Rock. So I do appreciate you sending me that. I'll unbox this on the channel. Hopefully I get that Piper soon. I'd like to do him and Piper in the same video if possible, but we'll see what happens. You guys know I'm an elite completist. I have every single elite figure, and that even goes down to the Rock and Cena Hollywood figures, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on with this. We'll unbox it, but I appreciate the assist. You need some help every once in a while. It's just so weird how some of these figures don't hit certain areas, and no sign of the Rock in my areas at all. So there's that. Here's another one we unboxed on the channel this week, and of course I have a mint in box set of the Chases, the Britt Baker Ringside Collectible exclusive Britt Baker figure. We unboxed it on the channel, so check out that video if you missed it, but we do have that going on here, so I got my second one, so there's that. How about this one? This one came hot. GameStop, I always say, you got to check GameStop online especially. Every day they got different deals. They got coupons going on. There's a lot of stuff. And if you play a little bit of that long game, you can come out a winner. And that's exactly what happened with Kyle last week. There was one statue, yes, statue, a PCS statue I was missing in my collection. You saw I got Grimlock not too long ago on a hot deal. Well, I finally got this one. The long game paid out. This was normally $40, $50 depending on your stores. This started going down, going down. Well, old Kyle, he got it for $14 plus free shipping with combined order. $14 PCS Baroness statue. So I got Snake Eyes, I got Storm Shadow, I got Serpentor, I got Destro, now I got the Baroness. No idea if this line is dead or not, but I am complete, and getting Baroness for $14, sign me up all day long. So Baroness through the door, $14 from GameStop. And then the last thing in round 1 of weekly purchases, got this from our friends at Hasbro Pulse. They finally sent these out, and I'm sure a lot of you guys got yours as well. A set that is I'm very much anticipating. I'm a kid of the 90s, the X-Men comics in the 90s, so I was all about this team, and I can't wait to unbox these. Who am I talking about? We're talking about X-Force. We've got Richter, we've got Cannonball, and we've got Domino. And little known fact, Domino is who I named my dog after. We all know about Lemmy, but I also have a dog named Domino, named after Domino from X-Force. So the X-Force 3-pack, gotta think we'll unbox that on the channel this week. I'm pretty excited for this one, so stay tuned for that. So there's round 1 of weekly purchases. Let's dive into round number 2. All right, let's get down to part 2 of weekly purchases. And this week was a little busier than anticipated. A couple of late deliveries right as we're starting to film weekly purchases. But I almost forgot one more Christmas present I got. We all know who this guy is, don't we? All my wife and kids picked this up for me. My old friend Lemmy, protector of the collection, buddy that's always here with me, my old dog Lemmy. I'll have this forever. This is a nice little pillow. Gonna have this on the couch in the basement. I'll put this with my wrestling buddies, how about? So there's old Lemmy, double-sided pillow. I'm here for it all day long. Go along to the couch. See you later. There it goes. So there it is. There's Lemmy in pillow form at the table this week. How about from via Big Bad Toy Store? As I always say, link in the description below. Support the channel. Support Big Bad Toy Store. I'm a big fan, a user for many, many years. They finally got these up on the page. Look at that, Larry Hamma. We all know Larry Hamma, don't we? If you don't, man, research Larry Hamma. I did get to meet Larry many years ago. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Finally, got to tell him how much I appreciated him. This is the godfather of G.I. Joe, my G.I. Joe, the 80s G.I. Joe, of course. Larry is the godfather of all that. But then, Marvel Comics, Wolverine. I was of the age in the late 80s, early 90s, where Wolverine Mania was sweeping my life, and he was writing the the issues of Wolverine at the time that I most cherished. So G.I. Joe, Wolverine, and a whole lot more. Larry Hamma. Amazing, amazing. Love this. I'm going to keep this on card. I'm going to put this with my G.I. Joe 25th anniversary figures. Just very, very cool. Just very cool to get him like a figure form. In figure form. Much deserved. Finally gets his own figure. So get that at Big Bad Toy Store. I strongly recommend you get that. I also got these from Big Bad Toy Store. We've talked about these micro mini world's smallest figures in the past. Got old Battle Cat. Little Battle Cat right there. Got He-Man, of course, you gotta have them. And I figure once I get some setups of some action figures and stuff, I'm gonna put those little world's smallest with them. Maybe with Ninja Turtles, maybe with wrestlers, maybe with my figure. Who knows? Got Skeletor as well. And I got Tila. There it is. So I think all 4 of these was like $20. Not a bad price. And very cool for figure photography or displays, things like that. You guys know I do have a Duke one from the G.I. Joe line. A lot of cool world's smallest, once again, via Big Bad Toy Store. I might as well keep the Big Bad Toy Store stuff going on. I got the creature from the Black Lagoon. We're seeing a theme. I forgot we got 2 creatures this week. Probably unbox those together on the channel. These are the Jada Universal Monsters. I was in, I was out, I was in, I was out, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to get the creature. Depending how I like this creature, depends if I like it. I might get Frankenstein, I might get Dracula, maybe the Bride of Frankenstein. I'm not sure, but we'll unbox this on the channel one of these days soon. You guys know I love the creature. I have a creature action figure collection. It's a non-shown part of my collection, I guess. I don't really show that one off. Maybe one of these days we will. Show some of my horror figures off, some displays. And then back to Big Bad Toy Store again. We're seeing a theme here. A lot of good deals. Got to get a deal, of course. And we've got Mythic Legions. We've been putting our toes in on some Mythic Legions. You guys know how that goes. Usually a slippery, slippery slope. But I love the He-Man inspired figures. Of course, this is inspired based off of Stinkor, an old friend of the channel. Stinkor inspired Mythic Legions figures. So we got that one right there. And then we've got one based on Mossman, another favorite of the channel. So we got Mossman inspired Mythic Legions. More Mythic Legions in 2022. There's going to be some new lines I think I'm going to start collecting, so stay tuned for that. Mythic Legions being one of those ones. Not going to be all in on. I don't know anybody that could afford that with the other stuff I get, but I'm definitely going to be dabbling a little bit more in 2022. And a few other surprises up my sleeve in 2022 as well. And then finally, you know what, Kyle? He loves a big figure. He is a sucker for a big figure, and I was a sucker for this one, and I did pull the trigger on Big Bad Toy Store as well. Huge cave troll. Look at this. This thing is massive. Just absolutely massive. Just a straight up troll. But big hulking figure. You guys know I'm here for it. If I couldn't get my Rancor in 2022, I guess I'll get this big Mythic Legions troll is what I'll end up getting. And that's exactly what I did, and I got him right here. As I move these world's smallest out of the way. So I got this, Mythic Legions. Gonna have to unbox this on the channel. Looks pretty awesome. We'll see how it looks in the channel when we unbox it. So there you go. We keep powering on. We got more Masters of the Universe. Had to take advantage of Amazon. As you guys know, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. I post hot tips, hot links for things that are on sale. Panther was like $9.99 on Amazon. I swooped in and grabbed another one. Got to get a deal out there, and I think I'm going to give an on-card set of the vehicles and the cats from the Masters of the Universe Origins, and when they're only $10, got to get a deal. I couldn't pass that up, so I did grab that. And then the other one I grabbed, $16.43 on Amazon. Got to get a deal, the Land Shark. So I got a mint-on-box Land Shark as well. We unboxed both of those on the channel way back when, so check those videos out if you missed them. But now I got my mint-on-card set. Then the final one is a big one, and one we're going to get off to right away. You guys know some of my favorite days are when I get wrestling figures in the mail, and that's what I got going on right here. Mattel Elite Series 91, Hulk Hogan, there he is. The Hulkster coming to the channel. Austin Theory, first time in the Elite line, Austin Theory right there. Kevin Owens, of course. We all know Kevin Owens, a return to the Elite lineup. Bianca Belair, another return to the Elite lineup. Keep them going. And then one I'm way excited about. You guys know I'm an old school ECW guy, so I love everything ECW and everything Rob Van Dam. Mr. Monday Night, ECW, Rob Van Dam. And then finally, of course, Sami Zayn through the door this week. So there's Sami Zayn. So Elite Series 91, as you guys know, no chase in Elite 91 because of the RVD controversy. But we got Elite 91 through the door. We got to start unboxing those. Always exciting to get new wrestling figures here at the table. And we'll get after those as our first of the year, which we are in right now, as you guys are all fully aware. So tell me where you want to start in any of these. Is there anything you want to see unboxed more than others? Obviously, we'll get to the WWE. Tell me which one should I do first. Hogan, RVD, Sami Zayn, Bianca? You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think and where we should start with this unboxing craziness. We'll get to it. Like I said on the channel, a lot of videos this week, a lot of final top 10 lists, and what we're going to do at the end of this week as well. This should be an exciting one. All the winners of all the top 10 lists, I'm going to put them into one video, and we're going to declare Kyle Peterson's top figure of 2021 between all the winners of the sub videos into one final video. I think that'll be a really fun video. A lot of you guys will enjoy, and I'm going to have a real tough time doing it, so it's going to be very hard for me to put that order together. I'm going to film that this weekend, so stay tuned for that this week. Stay tuned for some other top 10 videos, a lot of unboxings. You guys know the drill by now. SirPaul64 is where you find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. Of course, don't forget about the contest for those Young Bucks figures. Go back in the video if you need to. Snap a picture of you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Post all that stuff. And one of you guys will win, and we'll announce the winner next week on weekly purchases. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you, everybody, for 2021. It was a lot of fun on the channel. I got to thank all you guys that have watched, subscribed, liked, I've conversed with. Many of you guys through Messenger, Instant Message, Twitter, you name it. So thank you guys for all your support. Hopefully an even bigger 2022. What do you say? We might as well. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully you guys subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. And you know where I'm going. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into 2022. I'll see you guys all real soon.